All right, let's bring up the screen. It's tough being on this blimp. What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the Pokimane DMCA ban from Twitch. I'm going to be bringing up a point that I think a lot of people are missing. So I want the Twitch streamers to hear this. Let's go. Let's go into the metaverse, full screen. So for anybody who's unaware, Pokimane is a really big Twitch streamer. She's one of the top 10 or 15 Twitch streamers on the entire platform. She's a big deal. Recently, there has been something called the TV meta, which has basically just been the biggest streamers on the platform watching full TV shows and movies. In this particular case, Pokimane was streaming Avatar the Last Airbender. And when I say streaming, I mean literally pulling up the show and pressing play. There was no extra commentary. There was nothing transformative about it. She was clicking play, watching entire episodes, and just kind of doing a lazy hangout sesh type of content. I don't know how else to say it. And Twitch streamers have been doing this for a while. I know XQC has been doing it.
I watched 3 hours of content. The internet loses its mind. Toast had literally a library and nobody blinks an eye. I watch 5 episodes and the internet is having a seizure.
I know Hassan has been doing it. MasterChef has been really popular to stream. And these Twitch streamers have basically acknowledged and know that this is not fair use. I shouldn't say that. Most of them acknowledge, I think, it's pretty clearly not fair use, but they're doing it anyways. They're basically daring the platform or the copyright holders to DMCA them. That's pretty much what's been going on. So after Pokimane got DMCA'd, she tweeted the Fire Nation attacked, which is actually pretty funny. She got DMCA'd. Sure, her channel is temporarily down. She doesn't know how long she is DMCA'd for, but presumably it's gonna be a few days, maybe a week. Who cares? That's not the point I want to talk about. The problem with all of this is all of these streamers think that the DMCA is the end all be all. They're saying, I'm gonna do this content. If I get suspended, so what? What's the big deal? I take a couple days off, I move on with my life, it's all good. Nobody is talking about the very real threat of being sued for copyright infringement. And it's making me upset. It's frustrating me. So I've pulled up the damages, the copyright remedies for copyright infringement. Okay, this is the federal code. So under the law, there are statutory damages for copyright infringement. If somebody commits copyright infringement willingly, which I would make a very good argument that all these Twitch streamers are willingly committing copyright infringement, there are statutory damages up to $150,000 per violation. These Twitch streamers are thinking in terms of DMCA. I get my channel banned, 2 days, a week, whatever, I'm back at it again. Who cares? It's worth the risk. Well, what happens when you get DMCA'd and also sued for copyright infringement? And the problem is, when you're a top 10 or a top 15 Twitch streamer, you have money, which is the problem. If they were a nobody on Twitch, Viacom, Disney, whoever might see this copyright infringement and go, okay, let's just DMCA them. It's not worth our time. But if you have presumably millions of dollars, if I'm the lawyer and I'm advising this company, I'm gonna recommend suing you because I know I can get money out of you. If you're Pokimane, who's making probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, I'm gonna sue you for $150,000 plus attorney's fees for every single violation that you commit. And a good reference to this, which has been going on for many, many years, is the UFC suing bar owners. The UFC does this all the time. So let me tell you what the UFC does. I own a bar, okay? I own a sports bar, and there's a big fight on, okay? I go and I buy the $60 pay-per-view, and I broadcast it to the entire bar, okay? I just committed hundreds of violations of copyright infringement potentially. Under the law, there's a difference between being a user, just a consumer, and being a commercial broadcaster. The UFC has a license that you can buy to commercially broadcast games or matches or fights or whatever the hell they're called. So you have to buy that commercial license. And when these bars just buy the consumer and they broadcast it across 100 TVs at their bar or to thousands of people, that is potentially hundreds of copyright violations. And so what happens is you get these bars who get sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, because they are inappropriately broadcasting this event because they didn't buy the right license. Now, if we take the same theory and we go back to Pokimane, who streams to roughly 25,000 people at her peak viewership, and she's distributing this content, which she's not providing any transformative value to, you're looking at more than probably just one copyright infringement violation. You might be able to make the case, it's going to depend on the judge, it's going to depend on everything else. You might be able to make the case that every single person watching it is a copyright violation. So that adds up real quick. And sure, you might not get the maximum amount. You might not get $150,000 per person. But if you go to trial, they might award $1,000 per person, $10,000 per person. So they might make you settle for $1 million. Plus attorney's fees. Plus you got to pay your own lawyer. They're all worried about this DMCA. They're worried about getting banned for 2 or 3 days. If I was their lawyer, I would say, who cares about the DMCA? Who cares about being banned? You need to be worried about getting sued and losing lots of money. And I'm not done. I'm not done with my analysis, but I have 2 things I want to say. So basically, in response to this, some streamers have come out and said, watching full shows on stream is fair use. That is not a good take. That is not a good take. I'm here, Hassan Abi, which is one of the largest streamers. He's in the top 10 as well, just like Pokimane, says everything is fair use. If the copyright holder doesn't care about pursuing a DMCA claim, be smart. Don't watch entire movies, Viacom, Disney, or new episodes, and stop snitching. Video games are a great example of this. Technically, all games we play are on stream are subject to copyright laws, but the industry recognizes the influence and benefit of streamers playing their game. This is why it's super rare for a pub to pursue copyright. We have to break this argument down. His first argument is it's not illegal. Nothing is wrong if they don't pursue a claim. And, that's true. But you could say that about anything. It's not illegal for me to rob a bank if the DA is not going to pursue charges. We can't count on who or when decides to pursue a private action against somebody. So that's a really bad argument to make. Second, video games. Okay. The key word for fair use is transformative. Is your work transformative? Okay. When you play a video game, you can make the argument that playing that video game is transformative. It is your character, it's your play style. It is you expressing how to play the game. At the very least, if a video game player got sued for DMCA, I think they have a legitimate fair use argument. It is transformative. Nobody watches a streamer play a video game for the video game itself. They watch it to watch the streamer play, how they play, their reactions to them playing. If you are streaming full movies and TV shows, you're not adding anything to that content. You are not transforming it. And going back to Hassan's tweet, don't watch entire movies, Viacom, Disney, presumably because they have a propensity to pursue legal action, or new episodes, and stop snitching. I could make the argument that old episodes are probably even more dangerous. An old episode, the copyright holder is just dying to make money off of it. It's probably a depreciating asset, an asset that is not turning out as much money as it used to do. And so they want to sue. They want to capitalize on somebody blatantly ripping off their content. Like if I owned the copyright to an episode of something that was 20 years old, why wouldn't I sue if a streamer was watching it? I want to make money. Now, obviously, this all goes back to the point of this only matters if you get caught. But if you're one of the largest streamers in the world, you're probably going to get caught. Everything you do is going to get noticed. All right, y'all, that's it for today's video. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. I'll be sure to get to them and let me know your thoughts on the situation. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.